So the latest leaks and spoilers of Jujutsu Kaisen is finally here, and we start off where we left off after Higuruma go on ahead and get his power up to try to stop Sukuna while using the Executioner sword. But Sukuna goes on ahead and analyzes Higuruma and actually is amazed and actually is suspicion on Higuruma's curse technique and the sword and the effects of the curse technique, as Sukuna actually praised Higuruma for being able to use his curse technique at his level. And then Sukuna actually acknowledged Higuruma and start to call out Higuruma with his whole government name. So with Sukuna actually giving Higuruma that shout out, he's just stating that Higuruma is strong to actually do battle with him. So Yuji actually was able to catch up with the both of them, but the building that they're in starts to crumble because of Sukuna's slashes, which one of the slashes almost reached to Higuruma, but Higuruma was able to dodge it and go straight to fight against Sukuna. As Yuji tries to go on ahead and punch Sukuna, but Sukuna was able to get a hold of Yuji and send a net of slashes towards Yuji's chest. As Sukuna is very much distasteful and tells Yuji, when will you ever understand? You are truly boring. There's nothing interesting about you. As you could just see, the slashes are really have a deep effect of Yuji as blood is just coming out of these slashes. And then Sukuna actually dodged Higuroma's sword, and he even managed to punch him in the face. Then Sukuna begins to actually chant and send a powerful dismantle on Higuruma and process to tell him that he'll heal himself. And then we see that Higuroma's right arm is actually cut off as Sukuna once again tell him to get healed. And Higuruma is actually smiling at this moment. And this is probably Higuruma trying to buy some time for Yuji to actually get caught up with Sukuna. Because even though he did a dismantle onto Yuji's chest, it didn't fully enough to actually pierce through Yuji's body. It's just able enough to give him a deep cut wound. And then, so while Higuroma's smiling, Sukuna goes on ahead and cut off Higuroma's remaining arm and asks him if that's all that he got. Sukuna warns Higuruma that if he will cut off his head next, so he should use reverse curse technique. After saying Higuruma will die if he won't use reverse curse technique, Sukuna goes on ahead and gabbled and start to yapping. But then Higuruma starts to tell himself that he should die after the fulfillment role that he has placed. As Sukuna gets ready to attack, a piercing blood goes straight at Sukuna, but Sukuna is able enough to block it. And then Sukuna, as he analyzed that technique, which belongs to the big brother of the death painting, Higuruma is able to manage to learn reverse curse technique in an instant and regenerate his right arm after Sukuna's attack. And then Higuruma used the executioner sword to pierce Sukuna's arm. And that's really amazing that Higuruma, he's able to know reverse curse technique while in this battle. But this is short lived when he used the executioner sword to pierce the hand or the arm of Sukuna, because Sukuna has already cut off his arm before Higuruma actually pierced it with his sword. As Sukuna tells him, saying that you're okay at best to Higuruma, and grab a hold of him. And then he sees Higuruma whispering in pain as Sukuna slashes starts to appear on his face, as Sukuna is just continuously just cutting our boy Higuruma. And this is not looking good for the Higuruma fan. And just as Higuruma get a complete slash, he throws his swords to Yuji, which he grabs a hold of it as he arrives, and he's actually behind Sukuna. As Yuji watched Higuruma begin to fall apart and remembers Nanami's famous last moments when he says that I will leave the rest to you, as blood is coming out of Higuruma's mouth. So, as the last page, Yuji was able to grab a hold of the executioner's sword and proceed to actually stab Sukuna with it, as he's telling himself that his role is that he is a Jujutsu sorcerer. As the chapter ends, as Yuji is beginning to actually stab Sukuna with the sword, as an editor comment says that the curse and trust in him is now in Yuji's hand. And that looks like that's all what we got from the latest leaks and spoilers of Jujutsu Kaisen, and which is crazy because Higuruma actually is killed or get killed in this chapter, which is very, very surprising. And I really do feel bad for the Higuruma fans. So let me know down in the comment section how you guys feel about this latest leaks and spoilers. And let me know down in the comment section how you guys feel about this upcoming chapter and everything else. But let me know down in the comment section. If you guys do like the video, hit the like and subscribe button. And remember, always be decent. This is the Monotone Man. And hope you guys have a wonderful day. Be safe out here and have a happy new year.